We're good.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to show you some tips for the jerk right now. This is an exercise that we're doing on our Team Do programming, and I see a lot of really common mistakes, and so this is a drill that will help correct those mistakes and carry over into a better, more efficient jerk. So here we go. The first thing we're going to do is pick up the barbell and hold it in a front rack position, as you would as you just stood up from a clean and you're about to jerk it. And the first thing that I'm going to do, and I'll back up from you, the first thing I'm going to do is actually lunge into position of the jerk. And what I'm really focusing on when I do that lunge is, one, my upper body, keeping the elbows up like a statue. I don't want to lunge and let all of this fall forward, because obviously that's going to be a missed jerk. And the second part is I'm keeping my hips down and back, because I don't want those scoop and through. That's also going to be a miss. So hips down and back. And then most importantly, I'm really focusing on the weight distribution, keeping only 60% on the front leg. If I put 80 or plus % on the front leg, what's going to happen is I'm going to hit and then fall forward, making that shin cross over my knee. So that's not good either. So we're setting up in a rack and a good lunge, stick it. So knee is vertical to the shin, back knee is bent. I'm going to have both my toes point into my body, creating a pyramid, so I'm strong and stable. The second my toes start to point away from my body, that's not good for the knee. This back leg can't hold weight. I can't absorb weight. So with that toe pointed in, I have a nice bend in my back knee, and I can absorb the weight sinking lower if I need to. From this position, I'm going to press, driving the bar both up and back into a good lockout position with my head through. Here I'm strong and stable. The weight isn't on my shoulders. It's being supported by my back, down through my hips, through my legs. And when doing this, I'm keeping my lower body like a statue. So what we don't want to see, and this is a common mistake, is when the legs go like this, right? They're driving and pressing and losing position. It's a very common mistake. So I want to keep the legs like a statue, nice bend, good weight distribution, and press. Recover front foot, back foot, and lower. So we call those the presses from the jerk, or you could call them whatever you want, but it's pretty simple. You press from the jerk. The focus is keeping that lower half like a statue. I can't emphasize that enough. Now, excuse me, a little out of breath. To add to that, now we're going to do the jerk from the jerk. So this is the third step. So first we lunge, then we press. Now we're actually going to jerk. So rack position, lunge. Now we're going to dip and drive and actually jerk the barbell this time. Now both feet are moving, and I'm hoping landing in identical positions as when I started. What's great about this drill, and what's awesome, even if you're a power jerker, is this trains your body, since you're in a split, to have the hips down and back, and dip and drive straight down, straight up. So a big common mistake in the dip and drive, right, is for those hips to sink forward. So by having your legs in a split, it trains them to stay down and back the whole time, to have a good vertical dip and drive. Also, I want to land with my feet in the same position every time. And what that tells me is that my weight distribution is good. What you see really commonly happen is the back leg kick out further and further and further until you end up with a straight or toe pointed out back leg. That means you have way too much weight on your front leg. So correct that, shift back, put more weight on that back leg with a nice bend, and see if you can get it the same every time. Okay, that's it. Just a few tips for that drill, and I hope that helps. And
The baby did great.
Baby did great. That's why I'm so out of breath. She steals my breath. All right, salute, guys.